How's everybody doing out there? Yes, yes, yes. This is Miss J Speaks Talk Show. First, let me go ahead on. I am going to apologize again. We had some technical difficulties, but y'all know what? We are in the house today, right? We're in the house. And we are also in the house today with my co-host, Miss Janet Brown. Yes, yes. How we doing, Miss Janet Brown?
We're doing good today. I'm really excited to be here. Always privileged to be here, to be on your show. And this topic that we got going today is a well-needed, unmuted topic, that women face thousands, millions, basically, women around the world that have reached these ages of menopause.
Exactly. Exactly. So we had, like I said, we had the technical difficulty. So we're gonna go ahead on and get started. So like Miss Brown already stated, y'all already know the topic. We're gonna talk about menopause unmuted. And yes, the reason why I named it unmuted because there's something that we don't talk about. But we're gonna unmute it tonight. And just bear with us. It's not, but tonight it's not only me and Miss Brown. We have two guests that wanted to be on this platform and talk about to tell how menopause affected them and what they went through. Okay, so they wanted to share. So and that's what we're gonna do. But first guest I'm gonna bring up is she is founder and counselor of King's Daughter Women's Ministry in Clinton, North Carolina. And her name is Miss Cathy B. Martin. Yes, there she is. Let's
Hello,
welcome
hello.
Cathy. Yes, welcome, Cathy. Welcome,
Thank you for
welcome.
allowing me to be on the show. Thank you so much. Looking forward to it.
You are so welcome. Thank you for wanting to be a part of this. Okay. And our next guest, oh, her name is Miss Nadine Darien, better known as the Boss Diva. Let's bring her in. Yes, there she is, Miss Nadine. Yes, hey girl, hey girl, hey,
Hello,
we in here.
everyone. Hello, everyone. Happy to be here today. And I hope everybody's
Yes,
doing well. I know there's a lot of places that have snowstorm. I hope everybody's safe.
Oh,
yes,
wow. What
yes.
part of the world are you in? The snowstorming.
Well, I'm in Virginia right now, and I think it's about 7 inches on the ground. So,
Ooh,
Wow. Mm.
wow. We don't get any. We like maybe once every 5, 10 years we get some snow in Houston.
Wow, isn't it
So that
something?
sounds really exciting. When you
hmm.
say
Mm.
snow, we just like, oh, snow. It's a good thing.
We
But
got
look,
about 4 inches today.
but
Oh
yeah, we
my
in North
goodness.
Carolina, yeah,
Yep,
Kathy,
yep.
yep, North Carolina,
hmm
Oh
yep.
wow. Oh
Mm-hmm.
my goodness. So y'all get to go snowboarding and putting on cold, like if the weather hits here in Houston, if
Yeah.
it hit like 79 or 80 degrees, we put on some coats and some boots like it's wintertime around here,
Oh
okay?
my.
Uh-uh.
Oh
Yes,
my.
we do.
What?
And we won't get to wear it no other time. We have to do
Oh
those.
wow.
Hmm.
I
And we
didn't
act
know
like it's
that.
Well,
really too cold. It's cold in here. Somebody better turn the heat on.
I didn't know, Janet. I didn't know that about Houston. I don't know
Yeah,
why I
That's
thought
we
when I
put
Houston.
our
was
boots
younger.
on. We put our boots on in '79. We putting the boots on,
Oh,
baby.
yeah,
We go
that's when I was
wow.
younger. That was fun back then.
yeah.
Wow, I did not know
Not
that. But we
now.
got well, we
I
got
ain't doing
snow
it.
here, and as you stated, Nadine, everybody be safe. Enjoy. Get in the house, get cozy. But tonight we're gonna talk about a topic that if you're a female, and I'm gonna say this too, because men go through it too. But if you're a female, one stage or another, you're gonna go through this. And again, it's menopause. Now, what is menopause? What is menopause? Is that the
Well,
word? What is menopause?
menopause occurs when you between the ages of 45 and 50. It's when you stop producing hormones that cause the menstrual periods, at least for 12 months straight. So at that point in time, your reproductives, all that shut
Yeah,
down, and you start having hot flashes and vaginal dryness and things of that
woo,
nature. Those are
yeah.
just a few. Those are just a few things that
That's just
play
a
into
few.
menopause. It has a list that like 100 symptoms that go along with menopause, but that's the main thing. Is when it lets you know that your body is done. Having
Yes,
children is done. It said, "I'm
exactly,
done. I paused
exactly,
now." You know,
exactly. And
I
and,
paused.
and doing the research, I did not realize that menopause have so many stages. It has so
Mhm.
many stages. I didn't realize, and I was really, as I was looking through and doing my research, I'm like, what? Okay, so that's what was going on with me at that time. See, I was able to relate the stuff I was researching to what was going on, right? So we're gonna talk about the stages, right? We're gonna take a look at that. This thing that we call the change of life. Y'all remember that term, right? the change of
Mhm.
life.
Yes.
And
That's what I remember. Change.
exactly the change of life. Exactly. And the reason for that, the three stages is you got the premenopause and you got the perimenopause. All right. And then you have the postmenopause. Right?
Exactly.
See, I didn't even know about those. I didn't even have.
Yes.
I just knew what I was crazy stuff I was dealing with. So let's take a quick look at the premenopause. So that's when that's when we able to have babies, our productive years, and we having our periods, and everything seems to be going fine. But all of a sudden we start noticing a little different. We're gonna start noticing a little difference in our flow. Or sometimes the length that our cycles be. See, that's the premenopause. That's the premenopause, right? And that
Mhm.
usually happens between our 30s and sometime in our 40s when we first start noticing them symptoms. Now, I'm gonna stop right there because that is so true. Because in my 40s, that was when I started noticing the change with the length of my cycles. It went from
Mhm.
7 days to like 4 days, and that went on a long time. That particular one, the premenopause, that went on a long time when I started noticing. So I started noticing that. So, but again, didn't have an idea. First thing I'm thinking, menopause. That's the first thing I was thinking, right? All right. So remember, I said it got three stages. So the next one is the perimenopause. So what is perimenopause? Perimenopause. That is AKA known as the menopause transition. Now we get ready to get into it now. See, we had the pre when our period was just acting all up. Come on this month. That thing come back on. I mean, there were times when I would see 2 in 1 month, but still I didn't know what was going on. First thing I'm
Mm.
thinking I was menopause. That's the first thing I was, mentally I was thinking, menopause, right? Nope,
Mhm.
still in premenopause. Still in premenopause. So getting back to the perimenopause. So and the reason for that is when our body, it start it's all that long time it's producing the estrogen and the hormones as we was growing up, as we were hitting puberty, right? And then all of a sudden, that's when the ovaries began to produce less hormones. Then you see what I'm saying? As
So
we
you got
start.
to know that when all this is going on with our bodies, you guys,
Mhm.
that producing less hormones that we're used to having, going through so many physical
Mhm.
changes, you got to think, what kind of mental changes are we going through?
Exactly. Exactly. Now you said, yeah, that you're right about that. You have to ask yourself, but still as ladies, we don't know. We just go now. I heard that term menopause a long time ago when I used to hear my mom then talking about it.
Oh yeah,
You see what I'm saying? But I used to hear them use the word the change of life.
yeah,
Although,
going through the
although
change.
yeah, the change. See, but Mama used to say the change of life. She, her little friends. I hear them be on the phone sometimes. We talk. Oh, you just going through the change of life. But see, I didn't know what they was talking about. I didn't. All I know, I used to hear my mom and grandmama use that term a lot until it started happening to me, and then that's when it dawned on me. Okay, so this is what Mama then was talking about, the change of life. Okay, this is what they was talking about. But see, again, at that time we going through puberty, puberty, our bodies dealing with all the estrogen and the hormones and stuff. But then after a while, it start diminishing, right? Now this is where all these symptoms and stuff start coming in. Can y'all relate to some of that? You can relate this. I
Yes.
see you
Yes.
shaking
Most
your head,
most
Cathy.
definitely, I can relate to it. Matter of fact, when I was in perimenopause, my mom had passed away when I was 34 years old, and I really never really heard her talking about menopause or um, scarcely talking about change of life around me and my sister. So when I went to the doctor about my cycle being interrupted, and the doctor told me that I was in perimenopause,
Mm-hmm.
I started crying. I was like crying, like really crying bad, like something had really happened. And I left the doctor's office and went and told my dad because my mom wasn't living. I didn't have a mother to go to. So I went and told my dad, and he was looking at me like, you're gonna be all right.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was gonna be all right because nobody had prepared me for that. And it was like I didn't know what all of that meant. So yeah, I can remember that. I can remember that time. And matter of fact, like I said, my mom passed away when I was 34. Well, that happened when I was 40 years old.
Oh,
And
yep.
I was totally taken back.
Because you never heard of it, right?
No.
That's what did it for you. You never heard. But that you're right. That's the perimenopause one. That's that's when we start moving, towards the end. And that's another thing we get to think about. Wow, this means I'm not gonna be able to have. I'm gonna start to get to the point we're not gonna be able to start having babies anymore. But that's also the time when people end up still being able to get pregnant on it. Going through it. And I mean, I got a couple of people that I know have had children like that. I got you doing a change of life. I've heard them say, say that,
Wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a viewer, Angela, there's a viewer there that stated that they started their menopause at 40 right there, a viewer.
Okay. Yeah, Miss Janice Forrest.
Mm-hmm.
She stated that she started into menopause at 40. Okay. Yes, I see. Yeah. Because after breast cancer treatments. And that's another way that push us right in there too. Those are things right there. Those are things that will have us to have to go through it, in sometime in an early manner. Also,
Yeah, that's
yes,
early.
that's when it's happening now, and that's what Miss Janice is talking about. Yes.
Well, see, me particular, and I can relate to that because even though that statistics say that you start between 45 and 50, there are things that can push us into early menopause.
Yes.
Such as having a hysterectomy or a partial hysterectomy. Those things. I had a partial hysterectomy, and that pushed me into early menopause, where I started having all type of hormonal imbalances that got me into a deep depression.
Really?
So those are some things that can get you in there, where I was unbearably, just unstoppably crying and couldn't. My mother was like, "What happened to her? What happened to her?" She was so upset with the doctors, because she thought they had gave me a complete hysterectomy, and they were not supposed to. But they did not give me a complete hysterectomy. They gave me a partial one, but it still sent me into menopause early on.
Okay.
And actually that was in my 30s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was in my 30s. I started but it came off of me, because it comes in stages, even though there's several stages, 3 stages of it. I think it comes in stages too,
Yes, it does.
It comes in
It
stages
depends on
because
the
it doesn't
individual.
stay all the time. It don't stay.
Yes.
And thank God it don't do that. We just, oh Lord.
Yeah.
It's just like, please, thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
That it doesn't do
Right.
that.
You're right.
Because we couldn't deal with that all the time. Just think about it,
No
so.
way.
No.
And that's why, you know what? I know this is off topic just a tad bit, but that leads me back to the creator.
Okay.
Some people think we evolved. Have you guys heard of that? Or were we created? You know what I'm saying? So it kind of leads me back to thinking that we know we had to have been created, because, who would be that loving to put us on a segment where that we got to go through and then give us a break because of his loving wisdom.
Okay.
So that's amazing. That's just something that made me think about it just right there.
It's okay. Talk about it. Bring it out. It's okay. We talking. We talking. It's okay. It's okay. And it makes sense. You're right. It makes
It
makes sense.
makes
So it's
sense
okay.
because
You were saying
Miss
something,
Cathy?
Nadine?
I'm thinking about it too because when I was in my 30s, I was in the military. I don't know if it's the military life or what it was, but I went into it and I didn't have my period for like 12 years. So I got scared, but I could still have children, you know. And I was wondering how that happened if you're not seeing your menstrual and you're still producing. And I was like, wow. So when they told me I was pregnant, I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I didn't believe until the stomach started coming up or I hear the heartbeats, but I told my gynecologist, and he basically did a laparoscopy, whatever they call it, where they cut you at your navel and cut you down below, and they stick a like a camera inside, and then they scrape the
Yeah.
walls, and
Yeah,
they brought it
colonoscopy.
Mm-hmm.
back.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
wish I just, I wish I just shut, I wish I had just shut my mouth then. I wish I had just shut my mouth then, because now I don't know when it's going to end since they brought it back. So I should have just shut my mouth then. But I was thinking at the time, you know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's what was going on. Because growing up when you don't really have those type of training, you don't really know those things. Can you all hear me?
Right.
You already know
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
things, so
Mm-hmm.
you can't really tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I didn't know at the time. So if I knew then, I would have just shut my mouth, and I would have been good right now. So now I don't know when it's going to end because they brought it back.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Wow.
you know,
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Well, that we all
yeah.
now as ladies. Go ahead on. Were you ready to say? You gonna say something? Somebody gonna say something? But as I get ready to say, we get menopause.
Mm-mm.
We the first word we'll come out with is menopause, but we don't even realize it's the other things that we was actually going through first. We was going through first, and
Mhm.
the issue that happened with me when I was going through a couple of them transmission, the menopause and the perimenopause and the postmenopause. When I was going through that, you're right, Janet, because it was a situation with me. I thought I was really losing my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I really did. I literally and for a while, because I'm being very, very transparent here. For a while, I used to walk around and pinch myself and see was I real, but I didn't realize what all this stuff until I decided to go find out what was wrong with me. I didn't realize it was all my hormones all messed up. They was all messed up to the point where I used to, my family member, I used to ask them something like that, is I'm okay? Do I seem okay to you? Because I was really thinking something was wrong with me. I was,
Yeah.
but
I
see,
can totally relate to that.
right, I wouldn't go in depth with nobody about it because I was sort of
Mhm.
suffering to myself with it. And then I decided to go to a doctor. You see what I'm saying? And that's
Mm-hmm.
when I
Mhm.
found out that I was going through this. I wasn't in menopause yet, but I was going through the stages where and my brain fog had got so bad. I mean,
Yeah.
to the point, yes,
Yeah.
to the point where it had me asking folks, "Is I'm okay? Do you see what I'm saying? Or did I just
Yeah.
tell you that? You know?" But
Right.
so come
I
on,
can
y'all can
relate.
relate, right?
I can relate to that. Yeah. That's what made me go to the doctor. Because I am now in post menopause. I'm in the final stages of it. Because I actually started menopause at 40 as well, but now I'm in the final stages, and all of the symptoms came all at once. I had brain fog. I had couldn't
Mhm.
sleep at night.
Yes.
Tender breasts. I was
Woo!
emotional, mood swing. I had
Woo!
all of them, and I went to the doctor and I just gave her the paper with all the symptoms on it, and I said I got all these symptoms. I said, and there's one more I can't remember what that is. I said, oh, that's why I can't remember. It's brain fog.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
what I did was, I was cooking in the kitchen, and I cooked my sausage in the oven, so I had put my cast iron frying pan in the oven, and turned the oven on, and I came back to the oven and I reached in with my bare hands
Yeah.
and pulled the pan out of the oven with my bare hands, and then my brain said it's hot, so I
Okay.
dropped it, and that happened to me twice. So at that point, I said, something is wrong with me. I need to go and let them do a CAT scan. I still did not know I was in menopause. I didn't know I was at postmenopause. And I
That
was
Wow.
is
afraid to tell my
amazing.
husband. I said, if I tell my husband, he might call the paddy wagon for me because this is like total out of character for me. This is
Yeah.
crazy. So I called my cousin that's a nurse, and she said, it's okay. She said, just go to your doctor and tell your doctor what's going on. And so when I
Yeah.
did, she did my hormone levels. She
Yep.
ran my hormone levels and all that, and she said, "Yeah, you're in the final stages. You're in the post menopause." And
Mm-hmm.
she asked me which treatment did I want to go with. the therapy, the hormone therapy, or the holistic treatment. And so I went with the holistic treatment because I'm a person that do natural everything. I don't like
Right.
taking medicine. So I went with the holistic treatment, and it was like night and day. I mean, my brain fog left just like that because I started eating
Wow.
right.
Mhm.
Lost 26 pounds. I got on an eating plan.
Okay.
Started to change my diet. You know, I already wasn't doing caffeine,
Yeah.
but I just started changing up what I ate. You know, and start eating healthy things, things that was good for your brain, like
Mhm.
walnuts. You know,
Okay.
natural
That's
stuff.
right. That's right.
Um, and now I can say I don't have any symptoms at all. But
That
I tell
is
you what, if
great.
I don't do right, I start feeling that brain fog coming back.
Yeah,
So
I've
I don't
Oh,
do
started
what I'm
thinking.
really?
supposed to do.
And
Yes.
that's so true. And I didn't even know that. I'm glad you said that because you just confirmed some things for me. Because I'm so glad we have this where women can get together in group like this and we
Yes.
can
Hmm.
express ourselves because we're helping each other. You guys are just helping me today because I'm telling you, I must be going through a phase right now
Hmm.
because when you were talking about that, I've been going through that. I mean, like, I went to go put up my ketchup. It was, and I know it goes in the refrigerator because it's been open. I was
Come
gonna
on.
put it in the I was gonna put it in the cabinet. And I said, "Ooh," and okay, that was one time today. Then I
Hmm.
went to go do something else, and it was so weird. And I said, "Ooh," just before we was gonna come on air, and I'm like, "What is wrong with me?" I started thinking like
Yeah.
something's getting wrong with me because I know that
Hmm.
I've had strokes and stuff in the past, but my memory has came back. But I can't sleep. I'm going through
Yep.
that again. I'm up
Mhm.
all night long. I just like, and I started getting upset with my husband because he's sitting there just going away, and I'm like, you don't love me no more. You just go to sleep. You ain't thinking about me. You don't want to talk to me about something. So
Mhm.
it's just helping me to know that part of menopause. And when I was looking it up, but that I'm glad you brought that back to my memory because that's exactly a part I'm going through some more stages of menopause. You know what I come to find out, ladies? Me and Angela, Miss J, we were talking about something several weeks before this show came about. And menopause is the change of life.
That's right.
We start going through some forms of change of life from infancy.
Come on.
Hmm.
You notice that? Can
Hmm.
anybody agree with that? Because
Uh-huh.
once
Yes.
you were born, you came into see my eyes and seeing things. Once you were born, then you were this baby that knew how to suck from your bottle.
Mhm.
You went from that stage from infants and newborn to about 5 months old. Then you start crouching and you try to crawl a little bit and things like that. You're going through a
Right.
change. People call it flourishing and growth, but these are changes. And then they
Yes.
Mhm.
start going up into these terrible twos, and before you get that, they start teething. So they're going
Hmm.
through another change, a
Right.
personality
Come
change.
on now. That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
And then they start these terrible twos coming along. Their whole attitude changed when they start getting 1.5. They really start changing. Really terrible threes,
Yeah.
and they just start changing. And then we
Mhm.
start going through puberty and all that. Those are all changes of life
Right.
that we
Yes.
go through, whether
Yes.
you male or female. And this
Mhm.
is
Hmm.
just another change of life that we have
Hmm.
to, and it's good that we do have research and things to help us out, women groups, so we can talk these things, so we don't
Mhm.
think we're losing our mind. Because if we don't
Exactly.
Exactly.
have these things, we will lose our mind. I remember my
Exactly.
mom told me that, when you start going through the change, you got to have a strong mind. And I'm saying to myself, what is she talking about? But now I understand. My mother passed in 2011. I understand now because when I be going through the change, sometimes the mood will hit me and I'll feel real depressed or really down. And I remember when I first started the emotional part, I told my
Mhm.
kids there's something happening to me. These are when my daughters were in intermediate, like 6th and 7th grade. I said, there's something going on with me. And I think it's the change of life that's getting ready to take me to another level. I
Mhm.
advise you to stay out of my way. Do your homework, your chores and stuff, so I don't have no reason to be getting upset, because I'm upset right now for no reason. I'm just telling you that. I told them that, and later on they cracked up telling me about. They said, "Mama knew when you first started going through the change, you told us to stay out your way," and I meant that because I didn't understand what was going on with me. But my mother
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was there to explain that then. But when 2011, I don't have her no more to consult, because she was like my doctor, my therapist, my everything, But by us grouping here together, this helps, because there are
Exactly.
other women that can, share your experiences. And it's okay. We wouldn't want to talk about. We
Right.
used to keep it hush hush because we had a hysterectomy. Well, I don't want nobody to know I had a
Yeah, yeah.
hysterectomy. All that kind of stuff. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's a part
Yeah,
of
you're
life
right.
if it
It
comes
is.
about.
It
Because
is
the
a part of
life
life.
that we were given, that our bodies, like my uncle told me once, he said, you're once an adult and you're twice a child.
Twice a
And,
child.
and,
That's
and I
true.
just couldn't grasp it until
Mm-hmm.
I got older, and I started taking care of my mother. And she was hard to get along with. She's just arguing with me. She's just like a little child. And I said, now I'm getting it. She's going backwards. I'm going to have to direct her, help her keep herself together. And then
Yes.
it broke down. It got to the point that we had to even clean her, just like if
Yep.
she was a baby all
A
over
baby.
again. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
somebody dropped off.
Yeah, she said had to step out a little bit. She said she's
Oh,
coming
okay.
back.
So,
Yeah.
so
But
just
I was just
go
gonna say
ahead.
I agree with that. And the other thing that helped me with the brain fog was um creating a pattern, doing the same thing every time. Put your keys
Okay.
in certain place every time, and have a routine. What you do when you get up in the morning. I go straight to
Mm-hmm.
the refrigerator. The first thing I do is I take my supplements. I gotta take my supplements. If I don't take my
Mm-hmm.
supplements, I might as well stay home, because I balance. I do like accounting. So
Okay.
if I don't take my supplements, I need to stay home, because I'm not going to be able to focus. And so I do that. I do that next, and then I go and I prepare my breakfast, and I prepare my lunch, and then I go do my devotion, my prayer. You got to have a routine,
Get on
because
the
if you don't
Okay.
routine.
have that routine and you don't do the same thing every time, then you're gonna go into that forgetfulness, and not knowing where stuff is and putting things in the
Yeah.
wrong place. So that has helped
Mm-hmm.
me.
That's a
Yep.
great tip. That's a great tip.
Yeah,
I
that's a,
appreciate
that's a
that.
great tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
appreciate that. That's
developing.
something that I can do too, because I like structure. I truly
Yeah.
like structure
Me
anyway.
Mm-hmm.
too.
And
Yes.
I'm a vegan, so I eat pretty healthy. And
Mm-hmm.
I eat, every now and then I do a splurge vegan thing, but for the most, I'm a healthy vegan eater, because there's two different types of vegan eaters.
It sure
Hmm.
But
is.
I'm a healthy vegan eater. So,
Mm-hmm.
so you said walnuts is a good brain food. How about olive oil? Is that a
Yes.
good brain food too?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Both of those are. Because if you think about it, if you look at the walnut after you crack it open, it looks like a brain.
Yep.
It
It
does.
does. Yes,
It
it
Yes.
does
does.
on both sides. It's got that
Yep.
Yes.
seam down the
Yep.
middle, and it does look like a brain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna
And
go
so
give me a
I
bag of walnuts in a few minutes.
so I buy them already shelled, and I buy them mixed with cranberry raisins and cranberries. I think they call them cran raisins is what they call them.
Yeah, cooking raisins.
I buy mixed with that, and also as an antioxidant. So it's good for several things.
So those are some things that I do eat. I keep my
Yeah.
cranberries because I like making my salads with. I like to put it in my oatmeal. I like my
Hmm.
walnuts, but I didn't know that they were actually a brain food. I did
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
some research, and I seen where they're saying, like, I think it was what type of Mediterranean diet, where they're saying incorporate lots of different nuts and stuff like that. I know
Hmm.
peanuts is not good. It's not good.
No,
But
no, peanuts are not good.
walnuts and almonds,
Macadamians as well.
yeah.
Miss
I like
Miss
the walnuts more because I can chew them up
you
better
can choose.
because
Yeah,
I don't have
yeah.
the greatest teeth.
I
Miss
don't like the macadamias, but
Miss
Yeah, I love
Force
the macadamia.
Miss Force, she said, I've been there also, had to watch three different women in my life slide back to childhood state before they passed. So she's been there before.
Oh yes,
She's been
yes,
there before. And Miss
that's
Angela
amazing.
Clark, she says, hello, ladies. Hello, Angela. Thank you for
Hello, Angela. Thank
hi,
joining.
you for joining us.
Thank you for
hi.
joining us, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we'll talk about menopause unmuted. We talking about menopause today.
Yeah, we got muting this today.
We
Get to the
unmuting it
point
Yeah,
of it.
today, most
and
definitely,
as
because I
Janet
can.
was talking about not being able to sleep as well, that kind
Yes.
of goes and comes. But I'm noticing, because I try to watch what I put in my mouth, because I went to a dietitian And although the dietitian didn't really help me because she was young and I should have chose an older dietitian that knew about
Okay.
menopause,
Okay.
she really didn't help me. But what she did help me, she said something very powerful. She said, "It's about what you put in your mouth." So I
Mm,
start to examine
Oh.
everything that I put in my mouth. Just like when I'm going through a couple of nights where I wasn't able to sleep. I'm like, okay, what did I eat that day? What did I eat that day that caused me to be like, wide awake to the point you can get up and start doing something.
right.
Um, and or either did I eat it too late? You know,
Oh, yes.
Sometimes
Yes.
if you eat cookies or something sugary or chocolate or whatever too late, or
That's what it
caffeine,
is.
which I'm allergic to, I can't have caffeine. But if you eat something like that too late, may say after 7 o'clock, it will cause you to be alert. So it's about
Oh,
what you put
well,
in your mouth. You have to be
that's probably
careful
what
with
it
that.
is then, because I do eat a couple of pieces of chocolate, the dark chocolate,
Yes.
at night in the bed with my husband.
Oh no,
Okay.
don't do
So
that.
that explains it then. Okay, but Miss Angela Clark, she says, "LOL, I'm not there yet, ladies. She just turned 44 last Sunday, but she taking notes. Okay, Miss Clark.
Yes, I wish
Okay,
I had a place to
Please
take
take
notes
a
before this
notes.
happened.
Me too. Me too. Please take notes.
please take notes, girl. I'm trying to tell. Cause let me tell you something. Y'all already know if y'all done this. Just be honest and say you did. Cause like I tell you, we transparent tonight. How many times? How many times have you took your dish rag and put in your refrigerator?
My mama used to do it all the time. My mama used to do that all the time.
I've
Oh,
heard of that. I heard of that.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
When I first did it, it scared me. It really did. I'm like, wait a minute now. Why I'm putting this in? Because I walk around looking for the dish rag, and then I'll be like, okay, backtrack your steps. And then I open the refrigerator. It's sitting there and got cold. I'm like, oh my God. And I've done that several other times, but I started getting scared. Again, now remember
Yeah.
y'all, before I suffered with this and going through this for a while before I decided to go to a doctor, to be very honest. I really did. Because again, we shame as women, we shame to go in there and that's still a way of you admitting you about done of having children. And so that was the issue with me. Because I knew mentally when we go through this, that's what this is meaning. We're gonna get to the point we can't have no more babies. You see what I'm saying? So I was mentally struggling with that within myself. So I suffered
As
with this. Yeah, I suffered with this for a while
yeah.
before I decided to go to a doctor. But when I start doing little stuff like that, putting the dish rag in the refrigerator, and then
Yeah.
forgetting, oh my God, brain fog was hitting me so bad that to the point I'm saying thinking I was going crazy. That was when I said,
Yeah.
okay, I
That
remember when
one right there is
yes,
that
when I
Yeah,
started crying
I
that
agree.
night, I started crying. My children were asleep,
I
and
just
I'm
got to
saying,
crying about a whole movie that I was listening to while I was getting ready for the thing. I'm like, I'm crying. What am I crying about the movie and there for? I don't even see the actors, and I'm in there crying to my, oh Lord, help me with my kids.
oh yeah,
And
yeah.
it ain't about my kids. There's something going on.
Angela, take
Oh
notes.
my.
Take notes, Miss Clark. Take notes, Miss Clark. Take notes. But
Yes,
that's that
you're
emotional
not
roller
going
coaster.
crazy.
That's that
That's right.
emotional roller coaster right there. That's that emotional. And look, we
Yes.
talking about can't sleep. Oh my gosh. How many
Oh yes.
times? How many times have you took that cover and just took that one little leg out? What's one little leg gonna do?
But it's something to that one leg just hanging out that helps you. It's something to
Yeah,
that. Maybe
I don't
It
know, but
works.
it's
It
yeah,
works.
it
you're
feels
right.
like water pouring down your thighs in the middle
Oh,
of the night.
oh
Just
my gosh, yeah. Take notes, Miss Clark. Take notes. Yes, I'm trying to
that's
tell
another
you.
stage. I think it's the last stage that we got to go through,
That's the
though.
yeah,
It is. I think so too. Yeah.
that's the postmenopausal one. That's that last
Yep.
stage
It
when
is.
everything that we done talked about and everything that happened to us. And
Yes.
now, what happened with me? I just knew I was done. Man, that 11 months came, no cycle. I'm like, okay, so I know you got to go 12 months, right? And then your
Yeah,
menopause start that following year, right? That next month, I'm like, what? I had to start a whole nother year all over. So I actually in menopause, you see, I'll be 60 in July. since I turned. It started at 54. I was done at 53. So you go a year without 54 since 54 since I was 54 years old. So
Yeah, that just
yeah,
woo.
yeah, that was
Mine started in my 30s because I had my baby. You know what? I'm so happy that I got a daughter now because all actuality, it was two fibroid tumors in there. One was the size of an orange, another one like a lemon, and they were
Wow.
growing in my uterus, and I got pregnant. And that's what caused them to go in and take my my uterus out. You know,
mm,
and
Wow.
but they left my ovaries. So that's called a partial. They left
yeah.
my ovaries.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that sent me into early menopause. See,
Mm-hmm.
that's they said removing your ovaries would send you, but no, it still sent me there.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God that I had a chance to get my daughter because I always prayed, I wanted a daughter so bad,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a chance to have. In all actuality, I had twins, but I lost one, which was the boy Prince.
Wow.
And but I had God blessed me to keep Princess, and then I wasn't able to have any more children after that. So that was quite a blessing. My mother had me at that same age, 36. That's kind of late to have children.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people would not agree with that, but your kids is more susceptible to Down syndrome after those ages right there. But it didn't happen, for her. And so it was just all such a blessing. But when your doctors are telling you, for you that are listening in that are under the menopause age, make sure that you don't jump into getting these surgeries to stop having
That's
kids,
right. That's right.
because them doctors, they'll tell you, no, you're too young for this. There's a reason why they're saying that. And,
Mm-hmm.
and and trust me, you don't want to go through what I went through. And I just thank God that I had a husband that was, very nurturing, very understanding, things of that nature. What is wrong with my phone? Okay, it's like a light. Everything's kind of went dark for some reason. Yeah, it's just these
Miss
bad eyes. It's just everything kind of went dark. So yeah, don't rush and don't do that because you say, oh well, I want to get it done. I don't want no more kids right now.
right.
It's not even about that. But what it is about is the fact that it can push you into premenopause,
It sure
perimenopause.
can. And
Hmm.
it's a
Yes.
natural. It's you have the natural ones too, and you was right. Miss Forrest, she stated she have to have a fan sleep to go to sleep. But Miss Forrest, I'm gonna talk that. I have my AC on every night. Even right now, it is on in my bedroom. No lie.
Yep,
My
me
husband,
too. And a fan,
yes,
two fans going to mine.
yes, I have my window AC on right now. That because I don't know what it. Maybe it's the house that we're in. It holds heat. I mean, but I sometimes bless my husband heart. Thank you for him because I know he be laying there like, good Lord. But I mean, I will turn it off. I turn it off. And this is why I tell y'all. Remember, I said men go through the change too. How I know because I asked my doctor and he verified it.
I
Men go
believe it.
through it too. Men go through the
I believe
changes
it.
too. They go through the getting hot, the hot whatever. Because why I say that. There are times I'll be like, okay, I'm saying to myself, I'm gonna turn the fan on tonight. Cause I know he get no, not the fan, the AC on tonight. Cause I know he be like, wow, look, it's snow on the ground. You still yes, I do. And like I said, I think it's our house because we can get so warm in there. And I try to sit up in there without my AC on, watching TV. After a
Right.
while, sometimes he look at me, getting hot in here, ain't I like, yep, don't turn the AC on. And I'd be like, yes, thank you. But that, like you said, like we was talking about that one leg, AC still running, right?
Yeah, that one
And I
leg.
take that one leg out and I'm sweating. Oh, let's talk about the night sweats. Oh my
Well,
God.
I was kind of like that before, with the night sweats, and what I did was a full body detox.
Mm.
And when I finished the full body detox, I didn't not another and haven't had any more night sweats.
Say what?
So full body, go to your holistic store and ask for a detox. Do a full body detox,
So I
and
might should go holistic, well, along with my veganism. I think
Now
it will
I
help
got
me.
Now I got the
Because
yogurt.
I hate taking pills. I hate taking
Yeah,
medicine.
me too. Me neither. I don't like doing. I
No,
mean,
They got too many side
it's not
effects.
pills. It's not pills.
No,
It's
I know. I know what I'm saying. Like you said, the whole, the way
mm-hmm,
your lifestyle. I like that.
mm-hmm.
And that's what something I'm thinking about doing, listening to you, because it's kind of, I think it's going to help me with my journey as well.
Yes,
Because,
yes.
I'm, like I said, I'm vegan. I'm a healthy vegan eater. Plus I've had strokes. I've had problems. And I think that a lot of the medications that they're putting me on are causing a lot of side effects. And I'm thinking
Yes.
I got another diagnosis, and it's probably not a diagnosis, it's probably a side effect of the medicine that
side
they're giving
effect,
me.
exactly.
Yes,
Yeah.
because that
Exactly.
medicine will do it too.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's just really, really messing me up. So that's something to detox. I did a detox a couple of weeks ago, but it was my own self-made detox.
So now,
Because
so
I just wanted to reset my body.
Right.
I
Right.
got a detox, but is it that yogi tea? Is that the
No,
detox?
don't do that. Go to a holistic store and ask them for a detox and tell them what your symptoms are. They'll recommend the best detox for you.
Okay,
okay.
so I need to find a holistic store here in
So
Wilson.
I got a question.
Okay.
Has anybody going through, and this is for the viewers as well, and there's a viewer has made another statement there.
Yeah, Miss Angela, she said all her friends that's 44 through 46 right now is pregnant and haven't had the baby.
Bless their hearts. Bless their
Oh,
hearts.
wow.
Bless their
Oh,
heart.
wow. Girl, I been jumped off a bridge or something.
Woo! Are you for real, Miss Clark?
Yeah,
Oh
are you
my
for real?
God.
That is amazing. That's a miracle.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
my auntie did that.
Well, back in the day, they did. They had babies up
Yeah, she
until
did that.
46.
Wow. Wow. And
Yeah, I
having
don't
to
want to
do
tell you the
that.
outcome of that, but she did. But I want to ask, do anybody, including the viewers, we're waiting on your comments as well. Has anybody experienced while they're going through this menopause change of life,
Okay.
any changes in your body odor?
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Yeah. I can admit that. Yep.
Okay,
Like I said,
so
we being transparent here. We being
yeah,
well, I want to keep it 100 because it is what it is. Yes,
because
I definitely.
I'm
Yes, I
asking because
definitely.
I've experienced it. I won't ask
Yes.
unless it's something I experienced.
Yeah.
So I just want to know if
Oh yeah.
anybody else.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Yep. 100%. Yep. Sure have. Yep.
Yes.
Now, since you asked that question, I'm gonna
So
ask
what?
you.
No, wait. We
Oh,
want the holistic
okay.
young lady to answer this because she may got a remedy for this.
Okay. All right, Cathy.
You talking about me? Oh
Uh-huh.
yeah, I did find a remedy for it.
Okay.
I kept changing my soaps and my deodorants and changing the things that to see
Yeah.
what I could to do that will change the outcome. And I didn't want to purchase this. I don't know why, but I went ahead and purchased. I don't know if y'all seen the Lumi on TV, the LUME product.
Yes, I've been looking at that and I'm like, I don't need that. It's just every blue moon when I'm going through that change, it'll be a different odor
I've
to the
tried the
body.
Lumi. I tried the Lumi and it works for me.
Oh, okay. What do you say about that, Miss? Oh my
Miss
goodness.
Nadine?
Yes, Miss Nadine, you got a comment on that?
About body
Yeah, I was
odor?
trying to get my bottle of hot cakes so I could show y'all, but it's a little deep down there, but it's an
Okay.
awesome it's a little small bottle that has a little pump. I don't know if you have yours close to you, Angela, but right here it's called hot
Well,
cakes.
now I found
And
my
that's a
remedy
real good
too.
product.
Oh, okay. What is that
It's a
there?
real good product. It's hot cakes, and
Yes. Yep.
it's a real good product. After you take a shower, you use it every day. It's an awesome. It's for a lot of stuff. It's for menopause, and it's for yeast infections and different things like that we go through.
Yes.
And these are all natural
Yes.
products, from oils and different things like that. It's made from, and
Yep.
I love this. Can't do
Yep.
without it.
Sure
And
Oh,
is.
it
wow.
also have the
You better
unwind
put that in my goodie bag then,
CBD.
Miss J.
Don't even worry about it. I
Yeah,
got you,
CBD.
boo.
The CB unwind. The
Oh,
CB unwind
Yes,
product is a cream,
you.
and we
I
also
was getting
have
ready
a
to tell you.
serum. We also have a serum. It's in a taller container, but
Mm-hmm.
it's the same company, Unwind, and it's awesome. And I also use these awesome eye patches. They're called hydrogel eye patches. You know, you put them on your eyes, under your eyes, and you stick them on, and you walk around and do everything you want to do, and it's so
Yeah,
cool and
yeah.
it's
That's
comfortable and it
yeah,
keeps you comforting
ooh.
while
yes,
this is for Mary Kay, and it does
yes,
a lot of it give you a lot of comfort. You know,
yeah.
there's a lot more products that's there to be used. You know, we have masks and different things they can use to, to help you with that. And like I said, the CBD unwind
Mm-hmm.
collection is
That
awesome.
sounds good.
It does
But
wonders for
Yeah.
menopause.
I,
Yeah. So
I was getting ready to go there. I was getting ready to go there, Nadine, because when when that product came out from Bedroom Candy, and I tried it. I mean, and I mean, maybe I use it too much. I don't
girl,
know,
you know I
but I
stay
use it.
ready.
I use it every day, and I have no now. Yeah, I do use it every day, but I have noticed. Oh
Yep.
my God, a big change
A big
now.
difference.
Yes,
Big difference.
a very
Yep.
big difference in that. And that's when I realized that I'm like, okay. Now I do use it every day, but now there have been times. Let me backtrack something. I want to tell it. My grandma always say, "Gonna tell it right." There have been some times where I didn't use it, but I noticed it wasn't like it used to be. My older, you
Right.
see what I'm saying? I'm like,
Hmm.
okay. So that's when I realized that hot cakes was working for me. You see what I'm saying?
Hot cakes sound good though.
And it does, and it's I mean it smells.
Oh yeah.
You walk around and smell just
It
like
make you
Let
pan.
me
smell
ask
like
you some hot
pancake.
cakes. I got my anniversary
Mm.
coming up next month,
Oh,
so I
I
think I'm
know.
gonna
Oh, look,
order
girl,
me some
I
hot.
already know. But now that I mean, we're being very honest here and open here, and my viewers, we're being transparent, and I'm getting ready to say something here that anybody that can relate, say you can relate. If you can't relate, maybe it ain't time for you to relate. But anyway, we already know when we go through that change, we already know we sitting up there scared to be intimate with our male, with our husband, and you know why, right? Y'all know why? That vaginal dryness. Let's keep it 100 because it happens. Oh, yeah, I'm going there because it happens. It happens. But see, before I learned that it's stuff that can help me, because I can talk about myself, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm talking about myself. I know what I went through when it came to that part right there, also. I know what I went through because I know how it will be with me, how I want to be intimate with my husband and afraid because of the pain,
Oh
okay?
yeah,
And because
yeah.
of the
I've
dryness.
read on that.
You see what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it 100. Hey, it is
Yeah,
what it
but
is.
I read on that some
Yes,
women do go through it. Unfortunately, I haven't experienced
yes,
any of dryness yet,
yes.
but that is one of
It,
the hot flashes and the vaginal dryness is top of the list
top
for
of the list,
symptoms.
yes,
Yeah,
and it happens, and it's nothing. I'm sitting here wondering and feeling like something's wrong with me. You see what I'm saying? And
yeah,
then here it is. I was ashamed to bring it up to my doctor, but then I realized, wait a minute, now I got to start doing something here. You see what I'm saying? But it was me. I was afraid because I didn't like the pain behind it. You see what I'm saying?
right.
But here we go again, and I mean, I'm gonna put a plug in. It's the truth. When I got into Bedroom Candy and found my lubes. Yes, they are my best friend, and they can be your best friends. So you can start back
Break out them
enjoying.
lubricants, girl. Break out them lubricants.
I mean,
Yes.
I'm just being 100, keeping it 100 because it is vaginal, and that's because our walls be thinning and inflammation on our walls, and that's come from us having low estrogen. And see, when it gets to the point where you're stinging, that your hormones, my hormones level had got dangerously low. It got
Yeah.
dangerously low with me. Yeah. And see that
So
caused me.
before we get off here today, I want to make sure that you two ladies leave me your contact information, like your pages or wherever you be contact, because both of you have brought some things that I'm interested in. And I'm pretty sure some viewers will be interested in some of your products and some of Miss J's products and some of Cathy's remedies. And it's all very helpful. you know, and I think that we all can
Yes.
definitely
Yes.
use it, you know what I'm saying? Because we're going through that change of life, and we can
Exactly.
definitely use that. So y'all make sure that
Exactly.
y'all leave your information with Miss J, and because it's coming time to Miss Jenny is gonna have to wind down because I gotta go take the medications, y'all. But
Uh-huh.
I appreciate you guys all expressing your expertise and your and the things that you've been through, and so it's just another journey that we're going through in life, and
Yes.
Unfortunately, some people don't have what we have here today, which is a very beautiful thing to be able to get on Miss J's podcast and speak our minds and unmute these things that we keep secret. And we as women, we need to converse so we can help each other out. And but due to the fact that the first woman made all this stuff hard for us, but that's okay.
Yes.
We ain't gonna stay mad at Eve long, okay?
That's right.
We ain't gonna stay
I
mad at
do.
Eve forever. Because
I do want to
Eve
mention
made
one more
us,
thing.
Eve made us, even though she made it kind of hard for us,
Yes.
I look at it as an opportunity. I don't know
Yes.
if all y'all can relate to that. It's
Yes.
an opportunity for me to show God how faithful I can be to Him and keeping my integrity in a state of mind of imperfection.
Right.
So I thank Eve for giving me that opportunity. So
Yes.
that's what I have to say at the end of this podcast today. I don't know how Miss J is going to close, but that's
Kathy,
what
Kathy got something she want to say, and then we'll close
Yeah,
it
I
out.
just want to say it really quick. One more thing.
Okay.
Book that really helped me. It's called The Emotional Phases of a Woman's Life. I only paid 1 cent for that book.
Ooh,
Emotional Phases of a Woman's Life. I can't think of who the author is, but if you put it in Amazon, it should come up, and you look down at the bottom where it shows you the books that's barely used. I paid 1 cent for that book, and that book is powerful. It tells you about every phase of the life of your life that you can go through, what you're going to experience, and helpful aids.
okay.
Tell you how to get through your journey. Powerful
Yeah,
book.
I wrote it down. I don't know where if you know the author, if you can come up with the author, that'll be helpful. But I should be able to put that in and it'll come up
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this is going to conclude the show. I have. Let me see something. Let me go to something right quick. Angela, she said her hormone levels was very high. My doctor said if I could get pregnant again, I'm in the 98th percentile of having multiples. Huh? Ooh,
Ooh.
that's because her hormones is high. Ooh.
So maybe my hormones was high
Oh yeah,
because
that's
that's
yeah.
what I got pregnant with my daughter in a very late age, and that was she was a twin.
And she also asked, "Do you eat the bedroom candy or rub it on your skin?" No, no, no. Are you talking? If you're talking about the hot case, Miss Clark, it's in a little bottle. It's a liquid elixir, and it's what you put on as you get your shower. You put it on your intimate, on and around your intimate area. Now to be honest, so some of my bedroom candy sisters, there we go. She's showing it now.
Okay,
Some of our,
yeah.
some of our bedroom candy sisters say they take it because it smells just like pancakes. It smells just like pancakes. Some of them say they just take a little bit and put it behind their ears, in their armpits. But that's what it is right there. That comes back yeast infection, all of it, and that bad bacteria we have. It comes back all of that. That
Ooh.
right there. Oh yes, worked for me. That worked for me. That's what I can say. So yeah,
Put it everywhere. You put it
yeah, you
everywhere.
can put
Put it
you can
Everywhere.
put
everywhere.
it
Okay.
everywhere. So
Especially underneath
this is
these areas here. Underneath these areas
this,
right here.
yeah, you
Oh
can put
yeah.
yeah, you can put it. Yep, you can do that. So Angela, it's real good. It's called hot cakes. It's called hot cake. You're not gonna be disappointed. You're not. So with that being said, this is gonna conclude the show, ladies. This has been very, very, very good to me. We
Yeah,
had a
and
little catch up, but
before
we
you say
got up
anything to
here,
Jen,
and I appreciate y'all. Y'all
yeah.
hanging in here with us doing this in that the segment. And like I said, this is a topic that I felt like we need to talk about. But ladies on the panel and ladies that's listening and that's gonna be listening at the replay, y'all talk to your provider. Be honest to them. Be honest to them. They're there to help us through this hectic maze that we going through life. Go be honest with them and let them know that you having issues with vaginal dryness. Don't like I was. I was shamed. You know, I was shamed. But don't be that way. Let them know because they're there to help. Go to your provider. Okay. Talk to your provider because they're there to help. And with that being said, I'm going to say good night. Good night. Good night. And thank you to those that tuned in. And thank you to the ones that's going to be tuning in. All right. They're going to hit that replay button. Y'all share this out and be ready for next weekend. We got next on the 29th. It's another show, different show coming up. And I tell y'all a flight going to come out about that soon. All right. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you, ladies, for joining
Thank
us.
y'all for
Thank
watching.
you.
Yes.
Thanks for the
Thank y'all for
opportunity.
watching. Thank y'all for
Good
watching.
night.
Good night.